So this video's on time. It's on a Sunday. Isn't that rare now? Sorry. Last video I said this video would probably not be tech related, and it's not. It's camera related. Because I know a lot of people, like me, they're starting YouTube and they might have a DSLR. Some people don't know what lens to necessarily use. They should just use the kit lens that came with their camera. Or if it didn't come with a kit lens, then which lens they should get. I use two lenses usually when I'm recording video. I use the 35mm, which I am shooting this video on right now, and about 99% of my videos are shot with a 35mm. It's a great lens. It's 1.8, so you get a ton of light in, which is super useful. You get that nice shallow depth of field, so I mean, this stuff's not in focus, but I'm in focus. It looks great. The only thing about it is that it is 35mm. I'm talking about primes here, okay? These are all primes. I'm not talking about zoom lenses because I don't really use zoom lenses to make videos. Just because, unless you get a really expensive lens, then they're not really gonna have a big aperture like the 1.8 lens that I'm using right now. Now, you can get the 35mm lens. I highly recommend it. It's a great lens to use. They don't have a 1.8 35mm on Canon. I am shooting on a Nikon, so I use the Nikkor 35mm 1.8. You can also get the 50mm 1.8, also Nikon. Now this one is a lot more zoomed in than the 50, especially because we're on a crop sensor with most beginner DSLRs. This lens is also noticeably bigger than 35mm. It has a little focus window here, which is nice. I like that. With all the parts on here, it's still not a very big lens. I mean, if you had really big pockets, you could put it in your pocket. Then the other option, like I said before, is the kit lens 18-55. You know, just basic cheap zoom lens. I don't ever use this for video because it doesn't let very much light in, and it's hard to get a good looking video with no light. So that's why I don't really use that one. I'm going to do a video test with the 50 so you can see what the difference is. It will be from the same angle with the same amount of light and everything. So let's switch it now. Okay, so this might look very zoomed in. I don't know how much of my face you can actually see. Okay, so as I'm editing this, I didn't realize until just now that this clip was entirely out of focus, which is, you know, I should have checked that after I recorded it, but I didn't for some reason. I'm sorry about this, but you still get the idea of how close the lens makes me look. And I did seem to exaggerate how zoomed in it was compared to the 35 a lot. It's not a drastic change, but it's still noticeable. It's still more zoomed in than I like it. So that's basically what I was trying to say here. Sorry it's so out of focus. Another thing is if you have a small space that you're working in, kind of like me, the 35 is way better because to use the 50 and get the same shot that I'm using with the 35, it probably has to be a foot or two farther back, which can be a problem sometimes depending on what kind of video I'm shooting. Now, right now, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. I have quite a bit of space behind the tripod that I could move it back to make it look normal, but this is just giving you an idea of what I usually shoot with and then why I don't shoot with the 50 just because of the space issue. And now for you photographers, which I also like to do sometimes, take pictures, I will do a photo test just comparing, again, the focal lengths, if there is any difference in picture, which there shouldn't be. And so I will do that right now. Okay, so it's been like a week since I filmed that first part of the video. I missed another week. I've been trying to focus more on school, so I don't really have time to make videos every week, but trying my best. So this video will probably be up on this Sunday as I'm recording it. If not, it'll be up a day late. I'm sorry. So the test images from the lenses, both the 35 1.8 and the 50mm 1.8, hopefully you were able to tell the difference in the focal range. Obviously the 50mm is going to be much more zoomed in than the 35, especially on the crop sensor. It's not really 50mm. I don't know how much more it increases the zoom, but it's definitely not 50mm on a crop sensor. Here's overall what I think about the lenses. The 50mm is good if you already have something like the kit lens, the 18-55mm, or something maybe like a 18-135 you got in a bundle. And then the 50mm would be a great choice just because you already have a wider angle option if you need it, but then you can also get the nice 1.8 aperture with a slightly more zoomed in lens. But if you're getting just a camera body or you know, something along those lines, like you don't have a wider angle lens. The 35mm is really just your best, probably one lens setup. I say this just because it's fairly wide. Like, I'm recording this video with it, and I wouldn't call it a wide angle lens by any means. But it's, I mean, the lens is about 3 or 4, no, probably 3.5 feet from me, and I mean, it's the perfect, for me at least, it's the perfect distance to record video on. In the end, it's really up to your personal preference and what you already have. And I know that's not really a helpful answer. Like, when people give that answer in videos that I watch, it's kind of like, well, that didn't really help at all. But it's really based on the circumstance that you're in. Like I said, if you already have lenses, then you should probably get the 50. But if you don't have any, you know, wider lenses, then maybe get the 35. Either way, you're going to get a great lens. At least I can only speak for the Nikon side. I don't know anything about the Canon lenses. But at least for Nikon, both the 35 and the 50 are great lenses, both for getting the shallow depth of field to get some nice effects when you're recording video. And they're also both nice because they're very solid built lenses, even though they're both made out of plastic mostly. They feel solid, especially the 50mm is a lot heavier than the 35. And with the autofocus, you know, since they're both Nikkor lenses, they work exactly the same with the autofocus. They're both, you know, fairly quick. I hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of video, just taking a break from the tech, maybe something that'll help you guys out more that aren't super into the tech. If you have any more questions about two lenses, or just you have a question about lenses in general, ask a question in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them as quick as possible. I think while I'm recording this video, we're like 7 subscribers away from 300. So I was editing the video and I saw that I said I had less than 300 subscribers, and I'm just filming this on my phone because it's kind of late, but we passed 300. I think we're at 320 right now, which is really awesome. Thanks so much for helping me reach this goal. But yeah, back to the regular video. Which, considering like a month ago or something, I was saying, oh, we hit 200. A month later and we already are almost at 300 is pretty crazy. Some people might not see it as a big deal, like it's only 300, but I mean, for someone that makes videos and enjoys it, to see that people also enjoy it, it's really exciting. I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, if there are any of you guys that make videos, you definitely know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, well, I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to put into words. Yeah, let me know what kind of video you want to see for next Sunday. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next weekend.